Akademiks can't ride no wave.
Everybody's saying Drake might not be Drake no more. They're saying that Drake might be flopping. Drake, what's it called? 100 gigs? Okay. So I am watching the numbers of the 100 gig thing. Now, granted, we all do know that he dropped a website called 100 gigs. The 3 songs that's on this EP, even though it's a 3-song EP, it shouldn't even be, it's like a pack. You know, it's kind of like when you do, technically it's considered EP, but EP I usually for like 6-7 records or at least 5 records. But whatever. People are wondering what the sales on this are going to be. Now, me personally, I don't care technically on how these are going to do first week. Now, granted, a 3-track EP could make the Billboard 200. And by the way, I think it is going to make the Billboard 200. Probably low. If you ask me, I think it's probably going to do 10K. But most importantly for me, if I'm going to try to put a gauge on is Drake losing even a step on a dominance level, it's going to be kind of where these songs end up. Where do they end up on Billboard? Now, yes, and I understand there's some Drake fans. Listen, I know y'all, every fan group is programmed with the defense mechanism. Like, yo, well, this was out like a week before, this and third. Now, that is true too. I don't expect these to be a top 10 song. I expect Drake to have a top 20 song, which I believe should be It's Up. And then I believe these other songs should be at least in the top 60. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I'll do some predictions. And I'm trying to be fair here. If only It's Up, which by the way, there's some streaming data on it already. If this is the only one that make the charts, we might have some issues. Okay? Now, granted, I should probably look at the Billboard charts now, see if any album, I don't think there's any big album that probably has 20 songs on the fucking charts right now. Let's see. What the fuck? Sorry. Pause on this. Okay. Yeah, we could look at the charts. Now, let me see. Billboard Hot 100. Damn, Shabuzi is holding it down, man. Pull a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, this song has lasted 17 weeks. Not like us. It's at number 3. 14 weeks on the charts. That's good as well. It looks like Billie Eilish. We have Billie Eilish, but and does Taylor Swift has no song by Taylor? Not in the top 10. We have a Morgan Wallen, Charlie XCX. Here we go. Marshmallow. Like that song in the top 20. Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting Drake to have one in the top 20. Right? We heard it before. I don't think he still hasn't really done the official drop. I know they appeared on DSPs, but these are like, we have to realize the new SoundCloud drops from him. He's in a $400 million deal, bro. He's going to have to put it on DSPs. And I'm going to treat those slightly a bit different than Drake saying, yo, Friday, I got some shit coming. You get what I'm saying? I am going to treat it a little bit different. I'm not copying no pleas for him because I do think he's that popular. You should make the charts. That's a fact. You should make the charts, right? So for me, if we have one top 20 song and the other two, I think say around 60, 70, as long as they make the charts, okay. We're still in good. We're still decent. If only one make the charts, that's a problem. Big problem. Very big problem. Now it tells me Drake needs to focus up. This is you playing the game like this and you going like this. Yes. But yeah, some of these songs are gonna get knocked out. Yeah, he should definitely make the charts for those 3 of these songs. Yeah. Now, I looked on Spotify. Here we are. So if we look on Rap Caviar, he has the number 1 slotted song. So it's not like, the DSPs are supporting him. There is no promo behind this, but shout out to my man Carl Cherry from Spotify. he's lived up to his word, because I asked him, I said, imagine if Drake was just independent and just dropped. This is kind of the equivalent, right? They didn't tell nobody. They literally uploaded it with 3 hours of notice. There is no promo plan for it. There is no, Spotify, no. Spotify heard it on a different platform, which they usually penalize people. But still, they said, it's Drake. Let's put it at number 1. So he has a number 1 placement on Rap Caviar for what that's still worth. I'm not sure what on average that those sales give. They probably have all 3 of them on here, don't they? Yes, they have Housekeeping with Lotto. And, okay, they only have 2. Okay. All right. They can't put every song by him on there. All right, yeah. So I think it should work. Let me look at the streams, at least on Spotify, has been looking. Not the strongest, I'm going to be honest. 5 million. Yeah, even a 5 million, I think Drake does better than that. On an announced one. Definitely still will chart. But even the Lotto one is actually the lowest. And they have it's the lowest. It's only 2 million. Now, granted, 2 million is a lot of fucking streams, but, we're talking about Drake, right? It's not the best streams, I'm going to be honest. But these were supposed to be freebie songs. They're now up on streaming. It feels like a different climate. Do y'all remember when The Weeknd 4-track EP? The Weeknd dropped a 4-track EP back in the day. Do y'all remember this? There's a 4-track EP. Let's find it. What was it called? Extended plays. Was it After Hours? It might have been this. I think it was. Is it this? No, it's not this. No. It's My Dear Melancholy, right? It's like 4 tracks. Or 6 tracks. It was 6 tracks and it had 7, which was just a acapella of Calling Out My Name. So it was 6 tracks. And I'm going to be honest with you, for 6 tracks, the EP moved 169 fucking thousand copies. That shit was bananas. What the fuck? That was pretty much the epitome of like just dominance, right? Like the motherfucking Weeknd dropped 6 tracks and did so 6 tracks and did 168. So if we're thinking about Drake, now granted, it felt like Drake dropped these songs a week before. So yeah, that's gonna matter a bit. But if the Weeknd does 170 or 169 on 6 tracks, I know it's a different time in streaming. If we do half of that, 160 would be 80. They were out a week. I think Drake should do 20, man. I think he should at least do 20. I'm going to be honest with you. I do think he should do 20. But I'm thinking dominant Drake, right? So I want to be very clear and very honest, right? Now, I don't know what, and this is just genuinely, right? I just don't know about Drake's focus at this time. I don't know if he's like, oh, I'm doing this for the numbers, or he just might be like, yo, I'm just throwing out some shit. And I don't know if he's doing this like, yo, I'm trying to see if it sticks. Pause, right? Like, he might be just trying to find that song. Like, I was thinking about coming off of that whole battle with the Pusha T thing. You know why the Pusha T thing didn't sting as much? Bro, he immediately had God's Plan. So the nigga had God's Plan already. The nigga had, what else? He had Sicko Mode, right? That came out that year. Mob Ties. Yeah, he had so many hits that quickly, even if people said he lost to Pusha T, like, we didn't feel the ramifications or the after effect. I think we're waiting on the next Drake slap, right? And it's borderline that, But I don't know if it's like undeniable that. And I don't know if Drake is just dropping this because he's like, nah, this is gonna be it, or he's like, yo, let me just give y'all some shit to hold y'all over until I hit you with the real shit, right? Because I do believe, if I'm Drake, I'm my best song that I have in my catalog. I don't care who's on it. I'll pay the nigga to get off it. Like say you have a feature on it. And you need to drop that now. You need to drop the shit. It don't have to be number one, but it has to be the shit that we're all playing for the next 2 to 3 months. And I don't know the release strategy. That's one thing me and Drake we don't talk about. I don't think it's fair if he talks about that with me as well. The reason why I don't think it's fair is because somehow through and through, I'm probably gonna hint to it, and I don't want to ruin or step on what he got going on. He's the artist, he has the vision. Let him rock out, and let me be the journalist and the media personality and the fan that could do the critique, right? So I'm waiting for the slap, right? Yo, this finna be in every club. It's up and it's cool. And by the way, I know some people might be like, yo, it's not fair for you to compare this with Drake, because when was this announced? It was dropped on the 18th, and by the way, this was 2018. Everything was going crazy then. When was the Okay, on March 3rd, Travis Scott teased the project by The Weeknd on Twitter, referring to it as scary and comparing it to when he first heard music. Later that month, The Weeknd suggested that he was in the finishing stage of completing the project. Okay, so people were expecting the project too. I just followed several months. Okay, and then the 28th. So pretty much a month of promo, pretty much. Not really promo, but like The Weeknd cryptic type promo. Yeah, but I remember seeing this. $170K for an EP was fucking donkulous. SP, what's up, brother? He said, did Drake get a little complacent and this beef with K-Dot made him hungry to make good music again? Post views, to me, got lazy. He's definitely hungry, bro. He's definitely hungry. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Drake is probably gonna give us more content continuing. This is just I know nothing from his side. This is me. I believe Drake is aware of the moment that some people believe that. You ever hear this term that they use in basketball? Oh, the window of opportunity is closing, which usually means your stars are getting older, or people's contracts are about to be up, and if y'all don't win now, you won't have the best team to win later. I think Drake probably has seen how his peers has moved. They are moving as if he's not as potent as he once was. They are moving as if Drake doesn't have the power that he once was. They're absolutely moving like that. And I could sense him just being hungry, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and every time I've talked to him, he seems hella confident. I ain't gonna lie, super duper confident. Not about that, just bro, he's not. This don't look like a nigga who's kind of shaking in the boots. This nigga's dumb confident. You get what I'm saying? How much did Scary Hours 2 do? Now, you see, that's also different when I'm comparing Scary Hours 2 by Drake to this, because he had announced it. He did his radio show. You know what I think? I don't think an interview or nothing right now for Drake. But I think Drake got to get back on that radio show, dog. Got to get back on that radio show. He got to, if I was him, I would premiere these songs on the radio show instead of premiering them through the 100 gigs. Also, if the 100 gigs came out, I would hope there is, if I'm Drake, I drop a documentary or something right now, bro. Yeah, this had 3 songs. What's Next, which was, I believe, number one. No, Once and These were number one. And What's Next and Lemon Pepper Freestyle. How much did it do? Wait, did it do over 100? Oh, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Yeah. So I think you need more than 3 songs. I think it's 4 songs for Billboard to count as album. How many songs for Billboard to count on Billboard 200? I think you need. I think you need 4 songs, bro. Because Two, Scary Hours 2 was not it didn't chart. It didn't chart. All we saw, it got 1, 2, 3, right? Which all singles, it was the first time they were charted 1, 2, 3. But yeah, it didn't get the first week sales. Scary Hours, I think it needs 4 songs. I'm almost certain. So maybe Drake was smart as well. Like, yo, let me stay off the first week. So most likely it won't be a first week conversation for Drake then. We're gonna have to add up track equivalent units, which is TEA. So track equivalent units or track equivalent album units. We're gonna have to track that up to kind of get a gauge of what his first week is. That's gonna be incredibly hard, and nobody's gonna go by that number because Billboard won't publish it, right? So what's only gonna matter is the Billboard Hot 100 placements because it's 3 tracks. I'm almost certain Scary Hours, Scary Hours 2 did not chart. Look, Scary Hours 2 not chart. I think it's because it's 3 tracks. Oh, see? It was eligible for 125 million streams first week in the US. It would have debuted number 1, but it's not eligible to chart. It wasn't eligible to chart. Yeah. Yeah, I think it wasn't eligible to chart. Yeah, chart data says it too. So I think you need 4 songs. Yeah, you need 4 songs. So, and by the way, I do think Drake is that smart, right? Like, okay, I'm not doing mad promo on it. These songs are a week old. If I drop 4 songs and I have a week, if I sell 10K, like niggas is on my ass, right? Like niggas would be on that nigga's ass. Pause. If he only sold 10K. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't eligible. I know that for sure. Yeah, it was 3 songs, wasn't eligible, and he's dropping 3 songs again. So all we're gonna see is Billboard placement, and I think it's a decent look for him if he can have all 3 chart, have one in the top 20, 1 song in the top 20, all 3 chart. Okay. All right. So that's the whole topic about Drake and what he got going on. Speaking of which, though,